Ladies and gents, we're switching things up just a bit today. Let's check it out. No, this really isn't a brand new formation that we haven't seen before, although with 4 attackers up front, I'm expecting pretty good things. We'll see in a minute. However, I am switching up where I'm getting some of these tactics from. The Steam Workshop just seems to be depleted now. I mean, everything else you see is 4-3-3, 4-1-2-1-2. That's all you get, and you get absolutely no information from these people at all who create these tactics. I'm not saying they're bad tactics or anything, but it's pretty much someone who created their own tactic, hit save, it went to it published to the Steam Workshop, but they did nothing else to do anything about it for any other people who might want to download it. So we're switching up locations just for a little while until the Steam Workshop can get a little bit better, or until the next FM comes out, and we'll see. So right now, we are looking at a 4-2-2-2 Badel version 2. This I did get from FM Base. I will have the link in the description below as usual, but as you can see, it is a 4-2-4 sweeper keeper in defend, fullbacks on the left and the right, ball playing defenders in cover, segundo volantes in support, inverted wingbacks both on both sides in attack, and advanced forwards up front. I believe this was created by someone called Badea in the FM Base forum. So there is some information, there's some screenshots and everything. It looks like they used Nottingham Forest, brought them up to second in the Premier League. So, I mean, it seems to have done very well. We'll see if my screenshots can match theirs. But this is just a sim, a flat sim. I've taken no control whatsoever of the team, so we'll see how it all works out. But he's done, a great job finishing, 3 seasons or more. So there's a lot of information in the forum. Definitely check it out and see what you can get from that for this tactic. But mentality is balanced. In possession, attacking with this fairly narrow approach play pass into space, overlap on the left and right, and focus play down the left and the right. Passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses, run at defense, and be more disciplined. In transition, we don't get be more disciplined often. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, and roll it out. And then out of possession, you get high press line of engagement, much lower defensive line. So you got a massive midfield there. Trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distributions, get stuck in, and drop off more. But now, how did it do for our 3 teams? Let's check it out. As you can see, Newcastle wins the league with 92 points, 109 goals for, 51 against. Absolutely insanity right there. Manchester United, Liverpool, and Man City come in 2, 3, and 4. Tottenham in 5th with 73 points. Wolves in 6th with 70. Now, this seems like a cheat code of some sort. Wolves and Tottenham up there. I mean, Tottenham is definitely more than average, but not a huge amount. Wolves definitely a big amount, and Newcastle just flying high. Newcastle's schedule starts out as usual, 1-3 loss against Liverpool, but nothing. It's funny, it's sandwiched. So a loss against Liverpool, a loss against Manchester United to finish out the first half of the season. They continue on in everything. A loss to Leicester in the Premier League, continuing on in the EFL Cup quarters, semis. They win the EFL Cup final against Liverpool, finally beating them, and actually beating them in the FA Cup 5th round again. So 1 cup right there for Newcastle, a second trophy in hand. FA Cup quarters, they do lose out to Tottenham in the FA Cup semis. So Tottenham, we know, get to a final, but 1 other loss against Wolves, 0-5. Ouch, that one hurts. But a fantastic showing, no question about it. Tottenham smashing Everton to start out the season with a 9-0 victory. Manchester City and Leicester, the only time they gave up goals in the first month. But Champions League, a couple losses through the first half of the season. Coming into the second half of the season, you're losing out to Liverpool 2-5 in the EFL Cup 4th round. FA Cup, we know we get to the finals. You lose out to Fulham 1-3. And you do lose out in the Champions League quarterfinals against Bayern 2-3 at home, 1-2 away from home. At least you got to a final. Wolves having a much worse time in August. No wins whatsoever, minus this friendly against Alessandria. But wow, they do pick it up. 2-3 loss to Brighton is the only other one in the first half. They continue on in the second half. So that actually does see them out in the EFL Cup second round against Leeds. But coming down to the FA Cup semifinals, a loss against Fulham. it is what it is. But overall, I mean, they did have a fantastic second half, no question. Transfer-wise, the ins are Tony West and Alex Scott and Sebastian Vegas from CF Monterrey for 4.7, and that's pretty much it. Tottenham bringing in Joseph Chutalo, as we've seen, 38.5 million, and Jason Denier from Shabab Al Ahly for 7.5. And then Wolves bringing in Lino Sousa from Arsenal for 8 million, and that's about it. Newcastle squad looking pretty nice. Callum Wilson with a 7.48, absolutely fantastic. Tottenham not doing too bad themselves. 7.26 for Harry Kane. Pretty nice. And then Wolves having a couple showings themselves. 7.33 for Cunha. Not bad at all. Data Hub, I'm pretty sure we're going to see this throughout the three teams. Shaky defensively, very good in attack. I mean, absolutely top numbers with goals. The non-penalty expected goals and then the shots per game. Defensively, I mean, obviously you'd love to see these more, but again, a lot of these tactics that have a lot of upfront attacking and have very good attacking data hubs, basically you don't need the best of defense, unfortunately. Tottenham showing very similar numbers, although it does say quite decent defensively, but very good in attack. Wolves, again, shaky defensively, very good in attack, not quite as big as the other two teams, but still not too bad. Overall stats, Newcastle with 109 goals, Tottenham with 101, Wolves with 84. So all three teams, I mean, if Wolves had some better attackers on there, yeah, you've got some massive attacking teams right there. Definitely gave Liverpool, Man City, Man United runs for their money, so a fantastic job. Few shots against Newcastle, most possession, nobody. Dribbles made, you got all three teams in there. Conceded Wolves, shut out Tottenham, and then most tackles won Wolves. So defensively, yeah, you don't have quite the stretch, but most shots for Newcastle, Tottenham, and Wolves, and then most points per game, all three teams in those positions. Most goals, you still have Holland, always topping the charts with 34 for the most part. Harry Kane with 20, though. Cunha, Barbosa, and Isaac all with 19 apiece. Most assists, almost everyone. From Willock up to Trippier, 17 assists is a great job. Most player of the match awards, Isaac, Kane, Almiron, Wilson, Jimenez, and Cunha. I mean, it's crazy that they just all did so well. No passing. Dribbles made, you got Ait Nori. Fewest conceded, Pope and Sa. That's good. Most shutouts, Sa and Lloris. Most tackles, Almiron. Key passes, you've got Trippier and Porro. St. Maximin, no Sarabia, though, this time around. Most shots, St. Maximin and Isaac. So all three teams doing a fantastic attacking job. And then, as always, to finish it out, Newcastle in all competitions, Callum Wilson is the top goal scorer with 28. Highest average rating, 7.56 for Isaac. Almiron with 23 assists. Well done. And then Callum Wilson and Isaac with 8 player of the match awards apiece. Harry Kane with 28 goals for Tottenham, not too bad himself. But again, Harry Kane with 7.26 highest average rating. With 28 goals, I don't know, again, I would have expected him to be a little higher than 7.26, but 7.26 is definitely not bad. Son with 14 assists and Kane with 9 player of the match awards. Cunha for Wolves, 21 goals, a very nice tally there. 7.33 for Cunha with the highest average rating. See, it's a little higher than 7.26. But Pedro Neto and Sarabia with 12 assists apiece, and Adama Traore with 6 player of the match awards. So clearly, overall, this tactic did really well for all three teams. I mean, again, take control yourself, take a look, bring in your own transfers, do shouts during the matches, things like that, and I'm sure you can do even better. Newcastle may even be able to get closer to 100 points for the season, but that is a fantastic tactic to start taking a look at. Great 4-2-4. Even though it says 4-2-2-2. But anyway, that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.